Most Americans have a negative net worth. That's the reality of where we are. Especially, it's amazing because even if you look at it, your net worth is your assets, everything that you own in life. Right. Everything that has your name on it, your cash, your cars, your house, your mortgage, whatever, that's an asset. And that asset has a value, right? But then, for most part, you also have liabilities. So if you may own a car, but if you have a car note, that car is an asset, but you have a liability attached to it.
See, that right there is what I never understood, because a lot of people always said a car was a liability. So I'm like, okay, if a car is a liability, like we need transportation.
Yeah.
So you know how a lot of people are like, well, you should be frugal and get this type of car and this and that. What if I don't like riding in that?
Yeah.
But like how you just explained it, it makes way more sense that it's not the actual car always that's the liability. It's the things that comes with the car.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So the car is an asset in meaning that you can use that vehicle to generate income. That's an asset. Something that you own that can generate income.
So what's the liability?
What's the liability is the cost of the car or the car note that you purchase. So for instance, you buy a $40,000 car today, right? Fresh off the lot, you paid $40,000. You may have put, let's say $1,000. Let's say you put 10% down, right? So you put $4,000 down on this car.
Right.
You have a liability now of $36,000 because you financed the rest, right? So on your financial report, you're showing an asset worth $40,000. But then on the balance sheet side, the liability side, you're also showing a liability of $36,000. So the net value of that car, when it talks about your overall net value or net worth, you have $4,000 worth of equity in the car. That's what the asset contributes to your overall net value, net worth.
$4,000.
$4,000. So you riding in the $40,000 whip, right? However, you got a $36,000 liability that you're going to pay over 5 years. And depending on your credit report, depending on your credit score, that loan comes with some type of interest rate. So if you have a decent credit score, like in the 700s, you have a really good credit score, the interest rate is going to be low. Yeah. But if you have a low credit score, that interest rate is going to be excessively high.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. So now when you buy a car, the part of the paperwork is that you get an amortization schedule. So the amortization schedule tells you exactly how much, if you just made the car payment, how much money you're going to pay for that car over the life of the contract. And now if you use that amortization schedule, you're going to pay for that $40,000 car over 5 years. You're going to pay $65,000 to $70,000, depending on your interest rate. So now you ask yourself, if I have a liability that's greater than the value of the asset, then I don't have an asset.
You just got.
That's why a car is a liability in certain extent, because you owe more than what the car is actually worth.